Back with the dogs. What's up, everybody? Dang, Zach don't got one, man. I know Coco and all of them, they chilling over there, man. They chilling. They having a good time. Well, what's up, everybody? It's Ryan along with Zach and David. We are Lone Star 360, man. We're so excited to be back. I know it's been kind of off and on, but hey, trust me, football season is coming up and we got a lot to talk about. But hey, speaking of football, I gotta talk to you guys about something real quick. Cowboys just went into training camp, and we can actually talk about training camp real quick. And then I have a scenario I think we all need to discuss. But training camp, a lot of drama's been going on recently since it happened, since it started. What, 2 days ago? And everything like that, a day ago. What's going on, Zach?
Are we officially underway?
So, yeah, we are officially underway. Training camp has begun for the Cowboys.
Yes.
How about it?
So, Jerry Jones, being Jerry Jones, when asked about the Micah Parsons situation, he mentioned something along the lines of, well, just because we sign him doesn't mean he's going to be around. And basically saying that, you know, he was hurt 6 games last year. You know, what makes you think he's going to be playing? And then he said, I signed a big contract last season, and the guy that signed it was out 2/3 of the season, Dak Prescott. So basically, like, he's calling out our franchise players for whatever reason. I don't know. Like, if you didn't want to sign Dak, if you didn't want to sign these players, then why did you do it? It doesn't make sense from a owner standpoint. Like, I think it's kind of weird, but
yeah,
it's like he's trying to, I don't know, like he's trying to like say he learned a lesson when in reality it just looks bad. I don't know. Like, it just looks bad to put your best player down like that. Like, if I were Micah, I can't imagine, like, oh, so you don't want me to play then? Or, like...
He's still reporting to training camp. He's there. He's playing. He's practicing. Like, I don't know what is going on behind the scenes. You know, there's a lot of talk about him and his agent and Jerry not getting along. There hasn't been very much conversation between Jerry and the agent. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird, to be honest. But in positive news, the Dak to George Pickens connection looks pretty good already.
Are you seeing some highlights of it? Hey, I saw a couple of it. It looks really good. Before we talk about that real quick, I do want to go back to Jerry Jones and everything like that. Personally, y'all tell me like what you guys think. I think Jerry Jones being in the media low-key kind of overshadows what the players are doing and what they're producing. He's doing more reports with the media than like reports from practice are coming out. You know what I'm saying? And that's a trend that's been happening for the last couple of years with Jerry Jones. You know,
it hasn't been the last couple of years.
15, 20, 30.
30 years. Like, that's who Jerry Jones is, and he loves it. That's his thing. And they even asked him, like, are you going to let go of control of the Cowboys? And he responded with momentarily, and then said he's not going to let go. So no changes are going to be made anytime soon.
It's kind of like, I don't know, like, it's one thing because he's often said things that he'll come back on, but this is one of those things where I think he's getting a little bit more and more delirious with age.
Yeah.
And now he's kind of the grandpa that nobody wants to talk back to. I don't know if y'all just heard the story about Johnny Manziel. Sorry, this is a little off topic, but nobody was talking back to him when he wanted to draft Johnny Manziel. And finally, like they're all thinking it, and finally Stephen Jones had to speak up and be like, Dad, like, come on, like, this isn't the guy. Like, we've heard bad things, like, it's just not right at this time. But
Zach Martin got drafted, and we wouldn't have Zach Martin. So
he was special.
Hindsight, like, it's hard. I mean, Stephen Jones has made some pretty good decisions, and sometimes, and there's other times it's like, I don't know if he's going to be any better. So it's like, it's kind of scary as it gets to the point of Jerry, you know, the end of his reign. I don't know. I don't know.
End of his reign.
I think if Dallas doesn't perform this year to the level that he's wanting, man, that man might crash out. It's scary.
Yeah.
Just the way that he's acting, like, there's a lot, and he puts the pressure on these players and coaches way more. Like, you shouldn't put so much pressure on them. I think it's toxic. It's not a good place to be. So, but I mean, player wise, I think personnel wise, I think we have a good team this year. I'm just excited for the season. That's really what looking forward to the most.
Yeah.
But
I know you were talking about that. The Dak and who is it again? The connection.
George Pickens.
George Pickens. Yeah. You said you saw that, right? How does it look?
I don't know. Something's. Are you okay today, Ryan? You seem
A little
you
off,
seem kind of.
man. It's the weather, bro. The weather. It's hot outside, man.
It's hot. There's nothing
hot.
It is
different
hot.
about it. It's just hot.
It's hot outside.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The Dak and George Pickens connection looks pretty good. Had 2 touchdowns today. 1 deep ball that right on the money. I think we're going to see a lot of that this year. And then what's crazy is they had a lot of fade routes up to CD and a lot of different looks that I saw clips of, and I like what I see. I know it's day 1 training camp with the guys, but I kind of like what the vibes. I like it. There was a fight 2 hours into the training camp, the physicality and stuff, like
Get your popcorn ready.
we love to see that. I know it's teammate on teammate, but man, we need that. We need that fire. I don't think we've had that in a long time.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Dez. Reminds me of
T.O.
T.O. maybe not, but
we need that Dez just don't care attitude and just fire leadership. That's what we need.
We need that Zachary Carter attitude. That heck yeah, throw up the eggs. What's next, guys?
Hey
Let's
man,
talk.
let's try to keep this on Cowboys real quick. I wanted to talk to you guys about this. We talked about Tony Romo, throw it back a little bit, versus Dak Prescott. I want to know like some comparisons and differences between the two, and everything like that. I personally think, I think Dak's a better QB than Tony Romo. However, Tony had that arm at times, in my opinion.
That's when you're wrong.
What's up? Talk to me.
So I want to make this clear about the Dak and Romo comparison. Dak is a solid QB. He's had a good career. A lot of scrutiny, a lot of stuff that's gone on with him. Great. But the fact of the matter is they have the same amount of playoff wins. So Romo, here's the difference between Romo and Dak. And look, the debate can go on forever. Romo has the most fourth quarter comebacks in Cowboys history. As people like to say he wasn't clutch, that's not the case. There was a lot of times where he got us out of situations. He carried us to 8-8, 9-7, a lot of years when we shouldn't even been that good with the teams that he was given. Dak has been given everything. Dak has had multitudes of teams that should have been in the NFC Championship game. I can count 2 times, maybe 3, when Romo was starting, where we had a legitimate team that could go make the Super Bowl when Romo was the quarterback or starting. Dak has had Super Bowl caliber teams around him, players, coaches, all around him for his whole 10-year career. I would say maybe 2020 was probably his worst team that he had.
Is Jason Garrett the Super Bowl coach?
It doesn't matter. Jason Garrett, it doesn't matter. Mike McCarthy won a Super Bowl under the coattails of Aaron Rodgers, and Mike McCarthy is not a good coach, in my opinion. You could see he's a terrible play caller, folded like big games, like always. We had Wade Phillips. Wade Phillips, yeah, he's a Hall of Fame coach, whatever, but he was on the tail end of his career whenever we hired him, and he only had like 2 or 3 good seasons. Bill Parcells, very good coach, but didn't have the teams. If Romo played, if they switched careers and Romo is playing right now currently, I think we would have been in an NFC Championship game. At least. I think I like Dak as a person. He's a great guy, but as a guy that you think can carry a team to a Super Bowl, like he has to have superstar teams. Like he's Jalen Hurts. He has to have just unbelievable defense, a crazy run game, weapons all over the field for him to be successful. And even then, I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Let me ask you something.
That's just my opinion.
So Dak right now, or actually I don't know how many game-winning drives he had in 2025. He has more than 20 as of 2024. And Romo, over his 10-year career, 29 game-winning drives. So as of right now, Dak is on pace to have more game-winning drives over his career.
Yeah. And let's not forget, Romo wasn't very healthy his whole career.
But let's not confuse the most tenured Cowboy with the most, you know what I mean? Because we could easily say Aikman was way more clutch than any of these guys. Or Staubach was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll ask you. I'll throw you one back.
Okay.
Now,
You're going to throw me one back?
I know it's 1 year.
Throw me one back.
2016 Cowboys, the 13-3 Cowboys, Dak's rookie year, right? Romo gets injured, all that. Do you think with that team that they had constructed, if Romo is healthy, do you think that team gets to the NFC Championship?
I don't know.
I mean, honestly, what does your heart say?
Do you think that the team with Dez and DeMarco Murray would have made it had it not been for a no catch?
Well, we already know the answer to that.
I think he had. Let's be real. Romo had good teams. I wouldn't say quite the team that Dak had.
No, not even close. He's had two good 2007 and 2014 were his best teams.
But has Dak had 2 years? I mean, he's probably had 2 years, 2 or 3 years where he's been top notch.
2016
that
was a great team.
It was not a
2018.
NFC.
2018 was a great team. 2018 was a great team. 2021, 2022, 2023, all 12-5. No excuses. None. 2021 especially because the receiving core was unbelievable. Like you're telling me we had Tony Pollard on a rookie deal. We had Zeke that was still functioning. We had Dalton Schultz. We had Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, a young CeeDee Lamb, Cedric Wilson, Michael Gallup. Like you're telling me that team shouldn't. I mean, there's no excuses. We can't sit here and say that Romo did not have more chances. Like Dak's had many teams. And this year is another one. He had Pickens and Lamb on either side of the ball. You're telling me that if they can't make it to an NFC championship, I mean, come on.
I hear you, but how many times do you have Romo making the worst mistakes in the biggest moments?
How many times has Dak made mistakes?
Not quite as much. Have we watched the Green
Bay game?
It's more so a result of being behind, I would say. Yeah. Romo also had a thing where he would get the team in a hole, right off the bat, and we'd be down 2-3 touchdowns. And that's part of why he had to come back so often. I don't know. I loved Romo.
I'm going to say is Dak would not play with a punctured lung and the injuries that Romo played with. Dak is a wuss. He doesn't play through injuries.
Did he play? He had something. He had something. We're not comparing toughness, are we? We're comparing.
I'm just saying he's not. I would die on a hill. Romo is the best quarterback of my life. My lifetime. Romo is the best quarterback of my lifetime.
He's a great player. Best undrafted quarterback, I would say.
I would take Romo over Dak any day. So I like Dak. He's a great guy, whatever. But Romo is by far you're not gonna take me off the hill.
Okay.
I'm looking at like I said before, I'm looking at the completion rates. And whenever you're looking at the completion rates, Dak already is a little bit better than Romo. And towards the end of the year, it's going to be better.
Because of how many weapons does this man have?
Kind of but then kind of going back to what David said, how many holes did Romo put the Cowboys in?
Define the holes. What is it?
Chunk up something like that didn't need to be chunked up to. You know what I'm saying?
Define what?
Yeah, stupid.
Anyways, I lost my train of thought.
I'm saying, what do you define? Like, I don't understand. What do you mean?
Like, when you think about his game and everything like that, he had an arm. You know what I'm saying? He could throw like crazy. He had a lot of
he was a gunslinger.
Yes, he had a lot of Hail Marys in his thing. However, in his career. However,
my question to you
Dak is more efficient.
Let him finish. Let him what? Let's let each other finish their thoughts.
No. Let him what? Let him what, David? There you go. Dak is a more efficient QB. That's how you can put it. Dak is more efficient. He's just more skilled in my opinion. That's just me.
No.
He's more skilled. The accuracy.
Romo is 100 times better accurate than Dak. You cannot sit there. Are you kidding me?
First quarter interceptions over their career. Tony Romo 25, Dak 12.
Okay.
So we'll see when it's all said and done. But
who led the league in interceptions?
Both probably at one point.
No. Dak is the only one that has led the league in interceptions out of them two.
No, okay.
I'm not saying Dak he's not the worst quarterback to ever strap on. I'm not saying that. But you're telling me that Romo is not an accurate quarterback, Ryan, you're crazy.
I'm not saying he's not an accurate QB.
Go watch him spin off of J.J. Watt, the Hall of Famer J.J. Watt, and throw a dime into the end zone like 60 yards down the field to Terrence Williams between two guys. Dak is not doing that. I'm sorry, but he's not.
Dak had the worst year, but guess who had this tied for the second worst year one year and had 19 interceptions? 19. How many did Dak have? I'm just curious.
Brett Favre threw like 20-something interceptions in the season. Peyton Manning's done that same thing, but we don't chastise
I know, so you can't bring up Dak talking about, oh, he had the worst, you know what I mean? It's not an argument.
I get what you're saying.
Every QB has had a worse year, you know what I'm saying?
I just think Romo never got the chance to be on to have solid teams over the course of his career. He never got that. Dak,
I think he had 2 years, right?
He had 2 years. That's what I'm saying. Dak has had how many years that we've had solid teams, championship level teams, and we failed to lose. We failed to even make the NFC Championship. I just want to make an NFC Championship game. I would be happy with that. We failed to win. Sorry. Like, I would just be happy if we make the NFC Championship. That would be. I would feel good about that.
I just want to make the Rose Bowl.
But it is what it is. We can't do anything about it.
That was good, man. That was good.
That would be nice.
No, disclaimer, I honestly have a lot more love in my heart for Tony Romo because he got us through the dark years. He made the Cowboys relevant in a lot of ways. So, I don't know. I do think you have a point, Zach. Had he been on 2016 team in the playoffs, had he been on, 2023? Especially
2018, that big run that we had at the end of the season.
They all feel the same.
2021, 2023 too. That was our best chance.
That's what's up, man. Hey, in the comments, guys, what do you guys think about this comparison? Tony Romo, Dak Prescott. What do you guys think? Leave them in the comments. Go ahead. We can't wait to hear what you got to say.
Or number 3, Brandon Whedon. Mark Sanchez, anybody? Mark Sanchez?
Mr. Butt Fumble.
He had a Dallas stint. Anyways, sorry, Ryan. Go ahead.
And Cowboy legend Kellen Moore.
Oh, yeah. Legend. Don't forget Andy Dalton.
Hey, remember
the red
Kyle
rifle
too.
Wow. That was a rough year.
John Kitna.
This is making my insides hurt.
Whatever happened to his career after Cowboys?
John Kitna was a dog. He was a dog. I don't care what anybody says.
I'm saying, like,
dude, his son was supposed to play at Florida, but I think his son got arrested or something.
John Kitna, I just remember him. He was the slowest guy, and he had like a 40-yard run. I don't know if y'all remember that.
I remember that.
Was it like super slow, like the run was super slow?
Oh, it was slow, but like he ran.
Nobody could catch up to him. I think I remember what you're talking about.
Guys, you know what's crazy is we're having these conversations. This is how bad we need football back in our lives. We're in July. This is what we've went down to now.
Hey, well, speaking of football, Zach, you have some good news coming up, man. July 26th, Saturday, hosting what fantasy at his house. Hey, Zach Carter, we all coming out there. Well, David, you're going out there, my boy. I feel like
I'm not going out there. I have a wedding.
Going out there?
I got a wedding.
Hey, man, it is wedding season.
I'm there in spirit.
Hey, yeah, I feel you, bro. I'll be there too.
You're gonna miss the great smash burgers, but it's okay.
What are you doing to the burgers?
This is where
I just said, what are you doing to the burgers? I just asked
the smash burgers.
I just asked, what are you doing to them? Are you gonna grill them? Are you gonna like?
Yeah,
knowing you, you're gonna. Knowing you might try to air fry.
I'm gonna let them cook outside in the heat. There's no flame. Just
reverting to our middle school humor.
That's not me. I don't have middle school humor. That's Zach. Anyway.
Okay, Mr. Host, take
whatever, man. Shamar Stewart, guys. Shamar Stewart, Zach, you were talking about this earlier, man. Shamar Stewart drafted with the Bengals. Had a couple of stipulations in his contract.
Go Bengals
this year. Bengals go Joe Burrow. But hey, apparently there's some things in his contract, guys, that that he is not feeling and he's not comfortable with, to the point where this man is trying to go back or has thought about going back to Texas A&M. What do you guys think about all of this?
Well, first of all, the NCAA does not allow that to happen. They had some clarification with that. Once you get drafted, you can't go back type thing. You can hold out and then get redrafted. the following year, but it cannot be the team that drafted you originally. So the Bengals would not be able to draft him if he were to hold out the whole entire season. Another stipulation in the contract with this whole thing is if he wants to play and he goes to like Canadian football or something, arena football, the UFL, the Bengals would own his rights for 3 years, and then he would be able to get redrafted after 3 years. So a lot of weird stuff that happens with that. And the big talking point with this whole contract is his pay if there was conduct detrimental to the team, which means it could be a number of things. It could be, getting arrested, whatever it is off the field that they deem in that category, they don't want to pay. Which I understand. It's the first time this has been brought up. But David, I do think that this is a big step in football as we know it, because if the Bengals, cater to him and get a deal done, we could see a lot of this happening. And as well as the NCAA, because I think the NIL stuff has really ruined the game. Because there's no limits, there's no rules set, there's nothing. These guys are getting paid right as they get out of high school, millions of dollars to come play.
Yeah.
And they're just entitled to this money, which I don't think is right for the game. There needs to be some stipulation. If you're going to play for us, you need to play for 2 or 3 years or whatever. There needs to be contracts. There needs to be something. Because they can just transfer in the middle of the season, go play somewhere else if they wanted to. I don't think that's right. But if the NCAA allows Shamar Stewart to come back to college football, this will forever change the landscape of just football as we know it, because players are going to start just going to the draft, and if they don't think the contract is good for them, then they'll just go back.
Yeah.
And but I don't know, David, I think your thoughts on it. I mean, I think it's a smart move by the Bengals just because they're trying to sign Hendrickson to a long-term deal. And I think they see it as, well, if we can sign Hendrickson and the money that he wants, we don't really need Shamar Stewart, because at the end of the day, he's an unproven guy that we just drafted. So we can take the L, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. He's the last first rounder, still not signed, from a guy that, I mean, he was really good. Don't get me wrong, but statistically, like 4.5 sacks, and he's still kind of a guy that's developing, and I would say needs to show us more before we kind of hand the money.
Well, he was always hurt too at A&M. He was always hurt. He'd play a couple games and then he'd be out 3 or 4. So it was always a problem with him staying healthy too. So
yeah,
I get you. It's a project with him. I don't know. Like when he's healthy, he's on it. But I think if you're really worried about yourself getting in trouble off the field, that you refuse to sign a contract, because in real world, if like say David, you get arrested, God forbid that happens, but if you get arrested, your job's probably going to fire you. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know why there's such a big problem with them switching that clause in the contract. I don't see it.
And it's not even so much about the money at this point as it is that clause. Is that what you're gathering?
Yeah. I think
it is interesting.
if you're worried about yourself getting in trouble off the field, that you
probably
won't sign
not the kind of guy
that states,
you want.
Yeah, you don't want him on the team if that's because I think Jimbo allowed him to do whatever he wanted, and Elko his last year kind of stopped that, and I think he was like, you know what, I'm gonna get to the NFL and I'm gonna do what I want, and that's just not gonna happen because the NFL, as my dad's always said, the NFL stands for not for long, and he will be in the NFL for not for long. He acts like that.
That's some corny stuff.
I mean,
I feel you.
On the other side of things,
I mean, it's true. It's true.
Yeah. You got to really take what you can get, but also like lock it down for what it's worth. You've gotten this far, like at least get your rookie deal.
Yeah.
Nick Squirtin just signed his deal. I think it's 4 years, something like $8.8 million. I mean, solid deal. First 4 years in the league. Yeah.
Well, my thing is like in the beginning with the Shamar Stewart, I was on his side because they were telling him that he was holding up contract for like they weren't going to pay him if he got hurt, and I was like, well, that's wrong. Like, I don't think that's right. But then they did not give the whole information, and we were forming opinions without the full details, and whenever all that came out, it was because it was something off the field.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a lot more sense. And I was like, you know what? I don't think he's in it for the right intentions.
Well, we still may not know the full details. There may be some stipulation we don't know about. I think if there were things that in the contract, my agent came to me and said they didn't include this. This is not typical of a normal contract. I would probably consider what he's saying.
Well, and it could be a thing for the Bengals owners. They know something that other teams passed up on, and they were like, you know what? Let's take a chance on him, but we're gonna put this clause in this contract, and we'll see how he reacts. And obviously,
he ain't reacting too good to that, man.
This is what they're getting.
Yeah,
it
very
might be
interesting.
A test. It might be a test. I don't know. There's just a lot of weird stuff with that.
There's so many outcomes, so many ways this could go. Yeah, I do wonder if it's gonna like impact the way future draftees kind of. Because I mean, you always think like a guy's drafted, oh, he's gonna play for the team at least a couple years,
Right.
you know?
Right.
Like,
exactly.
are guys gonna get in the league and be like, nah? I mean, you saw what even back in the day, Eli Manning immediately told
got traded to the Giants.
Exactly, from the Saints, right?
No, it was the Chargers.
Chargers. Thank you. Yeah. It's crazy times, but history repeats itself, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last thing for that, man, and this is just what I think. I don't understand how, kind of like what you said, Zach. If you're thinking you're in the NFL and everything like that, I personally don't understand how you're thinking about getting in trouble any kind of way. You know,
you just need to stick your head down and work.
Yeah, that's what I'd be thinking about.
If anything, man, it should make you a better person.
Yeah,
right.
Y'all know Parker Romo, right?
Yeah,
kicker. He's I think he's on the practice squad with the Patriots. So shout out to him. But I mean, the guy, like I just know he's never gonna risk that opportunity. Like he's got two baby girls, and I mean this is his third or fourth shot. Like he's gonna give it his all. He's going to charity events. He's doing the most to become part of that organization.
He played really well. He played really well last year whenever he got the chance for Minnesota. So I'm hoping he makes a squad and gets a spot somewhere because I think he's a really good kicker.
Yeah, he's got a competitive fire to him, man.
I mean, he's really cool. In the NFL, man. Yeah. He's pretty dang good.
Yeah. Shout out Parker. Cool dude.
Let's see. What is next, man? We talked about this. Oh, dude, I like this one. Salaries across all sports. So
we're you skipped one.
Did
Let's talk salaries. You already teased it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's go. So, as you guys know, there's a lot of different salaries that are going on, specifically like men's and women's. That's been a very big thing. But then across all sports as well, NHL, MLB, NBA, NFL, all those kinds of things. Are those salaries fair to the players and to the league, to the teams? Like, there's a lot of conspiracies with that.
I think it has to go with viewership. I mean, the NFL, probably the most popular out of all four major sports in America. I think the salaries represent and reflect the fans and the amount of views and the contract, like for commercials and stuff like that. A lot of money is flowing through the NFL. So it kind of makes sense. Yes, it is getting ridiculous how much players are getting paid right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it reflects how popular the league is. I think they're doing a good job in terms of TV rights. I think it's readily available, easy to watch, easy access. Yeah, NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I think they do a great job with their league. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, I think a league that does the absolute worst, in my opinion, I don't know about y'all, but I think the NBA does a horrendous job in streaming for the NBA. And everybody can say, well, the league pass, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. I was like, I can't watch my local team without having an antenna, without paying $20 a month for Mavs TV. I can't watch, I don't want to do all that. Why can't I just turn on, like these streaming stations like Hulu, YouTube TV, all these Direct TV, whatever. Why can't there be a channel on there? I can click on there and turn on the game. Just like I watched my Cowboys, just like I watched the Stars. What is going on with the NBA? Like, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, you look at why, and we'll talk about salary specifically, but I think good reason to bring up the streaming and everything is a lot of costs just to watch the game, NBA wise at least. Like nationally, I feel like you can pretty much catch a football game,
Right.
you know. But those two being the biggest sports, you really can't compare them in terms of like accessibility. Like football, you can get a game
Right.
almost always, right?
Yeah.
It is interesting.
I mean, it's just I think the ratings are down in the NBA just because of obviously the availability and the complex stuff that we have to go through, and then just the style of play has gotten weird. It's gotten just I don't know. Like the skill level is great, but I do think that the style of basketball is just not all there in my opinion. I don't like it. The playoffs are great. That's the type of ball I want to watch.
Yeah.
But like regular season ball is just not the same as it used to be.
Let me give you some numbers here on kind of we talked about, I think we might have mentioned revenue, or maybe that was just in my head. It's interesting because you mentioned the viewership and that kind of thing. The viewership and the ad dollars have gone down slightly, but NBA revenue is not down. They're actually rising. So
well, that's good.
Yeah, isn't that great? There are still enough people out there willing to spend, for the Mavs TV, the NBA TV, all of those streaming platforms that are keeping it alive, and to where it's, still increasing, which is pretty crazy.
Right.
But you wonder why the ratings are down when I got to pay to watch the end of the season, Mavs team with Dwight Powell and nobody else playing in the lineup.
Well, but then
it doesn't
you
make
guys
sense.
also have to. You guys also have to think about it like this, though. Everything is kind of easily accessible in a way. We have things like YouTube, for example.
Right.
Yeah, you have things like.
But it's not easily accessible. Yes, it is easily accessible to download. But what we're saying is,
I know you're talking about buying.
We're having to pay an extra $20 to $30 a month to something that we already. We're paying $100 a month for cable, and then we're adding another $20 to $30 to watch our local basketball team play.
But like I said,
I don't understand that.
Think about it though. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everything kind of happens just like that. If I want to know if LeBron James slam dunked the basketball, I don't have to sit there in front of my TV and watch it for 30, 40, 50 minutes now. All I can do is just kind of check in and out. You know what I'm saying?
So we just check on the aura farming.
Yeah, so
that's all we do.
So we're not
the highlights.
But then that's when the next topic we go into. That's what that goes into. But like I said, a lot of people do not want to just sit there and watch things like we used to back in the day. Now a lot of things are, hey, you know what? I can be on my phone. I can be doing this, and then LeBron does this.
So
I think that ruins the whole experience of being a sports fan.
And
I think that's what you do, but not me.
It does.
And on a deeper level, like more and more, our attention deficit is getting worse and worse and worse, and we're having to literally like I don't know. I'm sure there's still kids out there that enjoy watching the full game, but
it's not like how we grew up when we would sit there on at 6 p.m. to watch Kobe and the Lakers versus Dirk and sit there until 11 p.m. just to watch the whole entire game. They're not like that no more.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
So then that's why you have things like NBA Plus and now NFL is starting to go onto Netflix and all these other places because
you're still streaming.
You're still watching the game.
Exactly. They're going to capitalize on us watching the game. That's what they're going to do. They're going to a lot of people like us. They were just watching it from their antennas, but now they can't. So now they're going to go ahead and download it because they still want to watch it. But that's just a small percentage of what the people nowadays are doing now.
Yeah, because a lot of people have streaming services, so they're going to put the games on streaming services. That's what they're doing. That's viewership. That's okay, but it's viewership.
Viewership has gone down because of the streaming. They didn't make the streaming because nobody was watching.
No, they're trying to make money. It's like used to. We could buy an antenna. You could watch CBS game, NBC, ABC, Fox game. There was always a game on every single channel. And now
you have DirecTV,
like,
you can kind of watch the national games.
Yeah, you have Amazon Prime Thursday night. You got ABC, ESPN Plus, Monday Night
TNT.
Football. Now you got Netflix. Now you got TNT. Like now, NBA's going to Amazon.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know who does a really good job? And I want to say this before we get into other things. NHL does a fantastic job. Specifically, the Dallas Stars. They're on an app called Victory Plus. It's a free streaming app that you can watch all the games on that app free of charge during the regular season. For out of market teams, it's all ESPN Plus. Every single game you can watch on ESPN Plus. Every single one. Not a problem. Easy money. We can't do that for the NBA. We can't do that for the NFL. We can't do that. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
And one more thing, I guess, I mean, we kind of touch on the streaming and even pay-per-view in sports is a big thing nowadays with boxing and fights and all that. I did want to mention kind of the salaries of everything. We had the Women's NBA All-Star Game, which was interesting in itself.
Yeah.
You know, they did make a very strong statement, which I would support. I do think women's players are underpaid, but to give an example, I want to talk about the two picks of WNBA and NBA in each of their rookie deals. So, do y'all know how much Paige Beckers is making in her?
No, I have no idea.
Over 4 years.
I have no idea.
4 years. Hey, I'm a guess. She's probably making 120.
120K.
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually
like that. That's not even me. Not even looking, bro. When I think about Paige Beckers, what you said, 4.
That's actually really low. That would be
Really?
40K
over
a year.
4 years. I'm gonna say 4 years. She's making 400K.
400K.
It's 100K a year.
Zach, you were pretty close. It's 348, so just under 350K a year. So about 78K per year. That's
crazy.
That's the best pick in women's basketball, making 78K a year. Pretty interesting.
You know what I saw too? An interesting stat was the WNBA salary cap for each team. Y'all take a guess on what the salary cap is.
I have it pulled up.
Ryan, take a guess.
The salary cap. We're not going by contracts, right? We're
just it's just full team, like one team salary cap.
Shoot, not just 400. I'd say 30. Let's go. I ain't gonna lie, dude. It's pretty low. I'm not going. I'm not. No. Because I wanna.
God.
It's not no foot. Nah.
We just told you how much Paige Beckers is making.
Exactly.
A year.
That's what I'm saying. I'd say 50. No.
This isn't a test.
This is not a test, Ryan. Just guess, please. Like, I didn't think this was going to take 500 years.
You said that was low. You know what?
I should have just said it.
Say it.
No. My God, dude, you couldn't just guess.
Why? Hey, see, I was gonna say you said
no,
155, right?
You weren't gonna say anything.
No.
1.5 million.
And then 1.5 million.
You literally said $50,000.
No, why would I say for a team?
You were saying 50,000. No. That's what you said.
Okay, guys. Let me reel us back in. So, Cooper Flagg, do y'all know the details of his contract?
He's a bust?
I that's not the question. I asked you, do you know the details of his contract?
Not all
traded.
I'll just tell you. Y'all don't want to play games today.
I'm playing games.
4-year rookie scale deal with the Dallas Mavericks is $13.8 million per year, $62 million over 4 years. So
that's crazy.
$1.5 million for an entire team, $62 million for one player.
Doesn't Caitlin Clark make like $26 million?
Dude, no. Caitlin Clark.
I'm saying off the sponsorships and stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. And also too, Paige Beckers has, what is that, 3-on-3 league?
I don't even know, but I know what you're talking about.
It's called Unrivaled 3-on-3 league, and her first year salary in that exceeds her entire 4-year WNBA salary. It's
Dang,
it's crazy.
That's crazy.
How much is it? I'm trying to see.
Don't they all play in that now?
I mean, that would be the smart move considering you're not making anything in the league. How much is it?
Yeah.
I don't know how much it is, but this is Reddit, so you can't be too sure. I'm not sure.
I think the pay scales are just nuts in comparison.
Yeah,
Like,
you're telling me you
we can
couldn't
go
give
on and on
five
about this.
if you had $5 million for one team. Imagine how much that would improve these players' lives.
Exactly.
Like this is it's showing really truly that you made it to the league, but you're still not special. Like that's how I would feel personally.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Craziness.
Yeah. So we talked some salaries, and Ryan's getting his head scrambled. We skipped a question.
No.
Ryan's he's having the case.
Yes, bro. Y'all start talking about numbers, man. Numbers, man, crack me up. I can't do it.
How do they crack you up? Do they make you laugh?
Hey, don't worry.
Whenever you see like the number like 3, does it just
hey Ryan
make you just
Ryan? How old are you, Ryan?
27. 27.
That was
good, bro. That was good. I'm impressed. You do know math.
Good? The numbers? Yeah, bro. I'm telling you,
what's
man.
2 plus 7?
9. Give us a math question.
Okay, what's the square root of pi?
Pi is 3.14. Okay, and then the square root of that is 1 point something. Told you,
what's
man.
2 plus 3?
5.
Oh, look at you.
Y'all got more? Yeah, let's give me one more. Couple more.
Okay.
What's 9 times 0?
0.
Come on. What's 32 times 24?
36.
764.
That's crazy. All right. Well, the last thing we're gonna talk about. This is actually pretty interesting, David. I know you were talking about this a little bit, but what drives fandom more, the athlete or the team? Guys, as you've seen recently, especially with things like fantasy, a lot of people just kind of follow the player, and there's no like team there's not a lot of team fans out there. So for example, Luka, a lot of people went from being a Mavericks fan to being a Lakers fan when Luka left. However, there's not really a lot of fans that were still left to be, a Mavericks fan. You saw it with Cleveland. You saw it with Cleveland. You saw when there was LeBron fans when he was there, and then after that they became Miami Heat fans. You see that a lot of times, especially in like modern sports. So what do you guys think, and what are your takes, and why is that happening?
I think it's just depends on who you talk to. There's a lot of LeBron fans. There's a lot of Luka fans. There's a lot of, Maverick fans. There's a lot of Celtic fans. It all depends on who you talk to. I, for one, I'm a big Luka fan. Always will be. My heart is a Mavericks fan through and through. Even though it's been kind of hard cheering for a team that pretty much threw Luka's name in the dirt, and a guy that we thought of so highly to be just thrown away like an empty fast food bag. It's just sad. I wish Luka many championships. I wish he wins as many as he can. That doesn't take away my fandom for the Mavs. It is hard to cheer for the Mavs after this whole thing happened. It's hard for me to get excited about about them anymore. As Ryan knows and David knows that, I wear my heart on my sleeve when it comes to my teams.
Mm-hmm.
The Mavs have always been my team since Dirk. He made me fall in love with basketball. And Luka was the guy to take over the city after Dirk. He handed over the reins and said, "You got it, man. Like, this is your team now." I think there's just a connection that you have with a team and a fan base and just the players that, as a Mavericks fan, and David, you know this, like, it's a different connection because we had 21 years of Dirk. Our whole life we knew Dirk, and that's how our franchise worked. It's how everything operated. And for them to do that and burn bridges with the fan base, like, it's hard. Like, it's hard to do that. It's hard to be like, oh, Luka's not a Mav anymore. I think for other people like LeBron fans, I think being a LeBron fan is, in my opinion, just stupid because you say LeBron this, it's like, but you never he's won 4 championships, but you've never experienced being riding or dying with a team through the bad years, through the good years, and seeing your team climb the mountain and win a championship. Because like 2011 means everything to us as Maverick fans. Everything. Even last year's run to the finals, that was some great memories. I know we lost, but like that run and staying up all those late nights and watching, like that was a memories that we'll always talk about. But like as a LeBron fan or like a Jason Tatum fan, like, you just go wherever he goes. Yeah,
we did it. We did it.
You have no connection to the team. You know, nothing. Yeah, and we did it.
The job's not finished. Is the job finished? I don't know. I'm asking you, bro. You know that one? Yeah, but he goes, I'm asking you, bro. It's after the job not finished. And then he asked the reporter, is the job finished? He said, are you asking me? Yeah, I'm asking you. Oh my God. Anyways, sorry to derail.
I'm just saying, I think it depends on who you ask, I think. I mean, for us Maverick fan, it's kind of hard to like be a fan of the team that betrayed the guy that's supposed to, you know, carry us throughout the after Dirk, post Dirk era, you know?
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I don't know.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
It's very much like you got to take your background into account. Like if I grew up, you know, not being a fan of any team, and all of a sudden LeBron James out of Akron, Ohio, coming from a place where nobody really comes out of, starts, you know, balling, winning championships, like, wow, like that's really cool. That might connect to me. Does it connect to me? No, because I've been following a fan base and a team for so long and connected with that fan base. So I don't know. It is.
I think it's different too, like from team to team, because like the Mavs, it's different for me. But like for the Cowboys, if they were like to trade like Dak or like CD Lamb, like I'd be like, if they traded CD Lamb, I'd be pissed off, but I wouldn't like switch teams. Like I wouldn't like.
Do you think it's kind of a sport thing?
I think it is.
Teams
I think it's like a culture, like the way the culture is for the team, like how it's set.
I used to take. I feel like I used to take Cowboys trades a lot worse than I do now. Maybe that's just a being numb to it kind of thing. I mean, when Zeke was kind of past his prime, I was like, man, this sucks, but it really is time. I don't know. Going to the individual versus team thing, like it really is. It does depend on the sport, I think. Like football is very much a team game. You're kind of driven
like the connection
by
that you have.
The Cowboys, the you know, the Patriots, even heck the Steelers. I'm just trying to think of teams with. I mean, Green Bay with a lot of culture.
Yeah,
that's something to connect to. But when you look at NBA or even hell soccer, I mean, soccer's got culture, but you got icons like Ronaldo and Messi. And
but I think soccer is different because there are so many teams, and there's teams that are play down the road from where you live, and it's just like you bleed that stuff. Like it's a different culture. Like
I wish I could
depend on what sport we're looking at. You know,
wish we could have grown up in the UK just to experience soccer, experience football.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Grow up, see a third league game. That'd be a dream. But
very cool.
Ryan, talk to us, man.
Hey, man. You know, just regarding this, I personally think I gotta stop saying that.
In my professional opinion.
Yeah. No, man. I think I love it, but having things like fantasy kind of derails from you know
the teams versus
player.
But it's so fun.
It's fun. It's fun as heck, man. But it's like if all I know is Patrick Mahomes, because Patrick Mahomes has won 3 quarterbacks, right?
You do draft him
that's all
year.
I know. Yeah, I do. If that's all I know, I'm gonna think about Travis Kelce. I'm gonna think about, you know, all the other players, Rashid Rice. I'll think about all those players besides CD Lamb from the Mavs. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think
CD Lamb from the Mavs?
From the Cowboys. My fault. It's crazy. I think that has kind of derailed that a lot. But I mean, it's fun, but I mean, that's just the honest truth. A lot of people just don't know. And the attention span, like I said earlier, the attention span to a lot of different things has us not really understanding what team is and what makes a team. Who are these players? Like, we all know we can name 5 players, or more than 5 players from the bench from the 2011 Mavericks team, right? We can name more than just the starters, Dirk, Sean Marion, all of them. But can a lot of players now name the Mavs that were in the finals last year besides the starters? Probably not.
But
you know,
do you remember Kevin Ogletree
from where?
from the Cowboys?
From the
I remember
Cowboys?
Kevin
random-
Ogletree.
Most random wide receiver I could have thought of. Not gonna lie.
I remember Anthony Fasano.
No. What year was he?
I'm shook.
Close your mouth, bro. Close your mouth, bro.
Oh.
Mouth was up.
Who remembers Terrence Newman?
Yeah, I remember him. He had a big
Who
forehead.
remembers? Let's see. Roy Williams.
I couldn't forget 11 from heaven.
Who remembers Patrick Creighton?
Who remembers Danny Amendola? He'd never played.
He played for the Patriots.
Yeah, we could play random. I feel like that's
Ryan?
the lore.
Yeah. Ryan?
Ryan, what
Close
is
us
the
out,
face
buddy.
you're making?
Oh yeah, my lip was bothering me. But yo, hey, that's a good show, guys. Appreciate you guys. Go ahead, like, share, subscribe, follow us on everything. The football season is coming back. We can't wait to see you guys. So continue to stick to it. Stay tuned, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Stick tuned.
Out.
See you later.
Stick tuned.